What's going on, Cardinal Nation? Man, a rough game tonight. Tough loss. We come up short in a game that looked like it was going to be a close game until it wasn't. We lose 11-6 to the Cincinnati Reds in the first of our final homestand of the season. And we need every single game from here on out. And yeah, we come up short. We're 4.5 games back now of the Mets for that final playoff spot. The Mets actually did not playing tonight, so uh, so Matthew Liberatore took the mound tonight. Not a terrible outing. Went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. 2 of them earned, struck out 6. The Reds would take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second. Solo home run by rookie first baseman Sal Stewart. I don't believe he had made his debut when he played the Reds last at the end of August. That was his fourth home run of his career. So that would make it 1-0 Cincinnati. Then we would come back to tie it up 1-1 in the bottom of the second. RBI single by Nolan Arenado in his first game since I think the very end of July. Had missed the past 6 weeks with a oblique injury, and in his first at bat back off the IL, he drives in a run. So great to see that. Scoring Willis Contreras, so that would tie it up 1-1. However, the Reds would go back on top 3-1. RBI 2-run single by Miguel Andujar. An error by Victor Scott would allow 2 runs to score and advance Andujar to third. So that would make it a 3-1 game. And it would remain 3-1 until the bottom of the sixth. With 2 outs, Alec Burleson a 2-run double, scoring Herrera and Donovan to tie it up 3-3. And then next batter, Willis Contreras, would put us up 4-3. So we would take the lead, and all those runs were with 2 outs. So that's pretty impressive. And then Chris Roycroft coming in, trying to keep us on top. Unfortunately, he'll give up a single and a walk, and then a 2-run double by Matt McLean would put the Reds back on top 5-4. And then John King would come in and give up an RBI single to TJ Friedel to make it a 6-4 game. And so, down only 2, still 3 innings to go. And at the bottom of the 7th, Nolan Arenado would have a leadoff double, then Sajasi would advance into third, so runners on the corners, nobody out. Unfortunately, Jimmy Crooks, the rookie catcher, and Victor Scott would both strike out. So I was really hoping we could, get at least 1 run to make it a 1-run game or perhaps tie it. Brendan Donovan would drive in Arenado to make it 6-5, and then Ivan Herrera would tie it up 6-6. There were 2 outs, and then Alec Burleson would be hit by a pitch to load the bases for Willis Contreras. However, Contreras would be lifted, and pinch hitting for Wilson was Nolan Gorman. And on a 1-2 pitch, he would ground out, unfortunately, so had a great chance to go back on top. And so now I was just hoping to keep it tied. Ryan Fernandez on the mound, and he would give up a single, a walk, and the bases would be loaded for Will Benson. Kyle Leahy now on the mound, and he would give up a sac fly to Benson to make it 7-6, so down just 1 with 2 innings to go. But a 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th, and then Leahy trying to keep it a 1-run game. He would walk Friedel and then a single to Marte, and then a infield hit to Stewart would make it an 8-6 game with the bases still loaded, and then Tyler Stevenson would clear the bases with a 3-run double to give the Reds an 11-6 lead. So, man, it went from being a 1-run game entering the 9th inning to then down by 2 to then now down by 5. So, rough outing for Leahy. 4 runs allowed in relief. So, 5 hits in that inning overall for the Reds. So, yeah, just a rough game. Started out, got a nice outing by Liberatore, and made that impressive comeback, taking the lead all with 2 outs, but wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. So, bullpen has had its struggles lately for sure. I mean, it's had its moments, but it also has struggles. That's definitely a key addition we need to make in the offseason, and definitely need to add a a experienced closer now with Ryan Helsley gone. I mean, Riley O'Brien and Romero are solid, but I do think we definitely need an experienced closer. So, um, yeah, so obviously hope to bounce back tomorrow night, uh, as it'll be, I believe, Michael McGreevy getting the start for the Cardinals. Uh, and for the Reds, they will send all-star left-hander Andrew Abbott, who we have faced, I think, 3 times this year. All 4 series now, and he's had a great year. ERA under 3. So, so McGreevy's has had a very solid year. Had an outstanding outing against the Reds just a few weeks ago. So hope to do it again tomorrow night. Till then, comics are saying go Cards.